In 2008, director Christopher Nolan released The Dark Knight, a pivotal piece in the DC cinematic universe. In this film, the main antagonist, the Joker, is portrayed by the famous Heath Ledger. He was the first actor in a superhero movie to win an Academy Award when his character won Best Supporting Actor.
For our project, we will be taking a deeper look into analyzing Heath Ledger's character alongside the movie. In our first scene, the Joker is being interrogated by Commissioner Gordon and Batman.
Harvey Dent never made it home.
Of course not.
What have you done with him?
Me? I was right here. Who did you leave him with? Your people? Assuming, of course, that they are still your people and not Maroni's. Does it depress you, Commissioner, to know just how alone you really are? Does it make you feel responsible for Harvey Dent's current predicament?
Where is he?
What's the time?
What difference does that make?
Well, depending on the time, he may be in one spot or several.
Nolan uses a combination of visuals and dialogue to emphasize the character's conversation. Our first example is with the Joker's monologue. The Joker talks to Commissioner Gordon about how his men aren't truly his, and that he is alone even at his own department. This is simply the Joker talking about his own issues in life. We see that the director isolates Heath Ledger's face in the scene to emphasize his solitude. Joker tries to make Gordon feel the same thing he does, so that he doesn't feel alone in his struggles.
Our second scene is the first meeting between Harvey Dent and the Joker after Harvey's injuries.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things. The mob has plans. The cops have plans. Gordon's got plans. You know, they're schemers. Schemers trying to control their little worlds. I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are. So, when I say, come here, when I say that you and your girlfriend was nothing personal, you know that I'm telling the truth.
The Joker's rant about schemers explains his mindset. Ledger tells Two-Face how he always works to make schemers' plans implode, giving us a sneak peek into his motivation for his seemingly random actions. Ironically, this also makes the Joker seem like a schemer as well.
You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that, like, a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics. Because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
The video shows Harvey becoming Two-Face, the separation of his good and bad sides. Before the Joker turns Two-Face evil, the unburnt part of Two-Face is shown, representing how his good side, Harvey Dent, is still there. Then, when he turns evil, both sides are shown, representing his transformation into Two-Face.
The next scene that we will examine is near the end of the movie when Batman stops the Joker from falling, and Ledger goes off on another monologue while hanging upside down.
You just couldn't let me go, could you? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You truly are incorruptible, aren't you? Huh? You won't kill me out of some misplaced sense of self-righteousness. And I won't kill you because you're just too much fun. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
The director makes a number of different visual choices here in order to show the Joker's insanity. One of the obvious ones is the varied camera angles and shakiness of the inverted Joker, whose unshaken monologue continues despite his condition. The music is the same as the music played in the first scene, and it provides a similar effect as well. It works with the psychotic dialogue of Ledger to provide a sense of uneasiness for the audience. All these factors contribute to illustrating the character's insanity and his inappropriate calmness during the unavoidable capture he faces in this scene.
Throughout the movie, the Joker often tells the story of how he received his scars around his mouth. However, it is different depending on the person that he is talking to. Here, he crashes into a party looking for Harvey Dent and winds up telling his story to Harvey's girlfriend, Rachel.
Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? Come here. Hey. Look at me. So I had a wife. She was beautiful. Like you. Who tells me I worry too much? Who tells me I ought to smile more? Who gambles and gets in deep with the sharks? Hey. One day they carve her face. We have no money for surgeries. She can't take it. I just want to see her smile again. I just want her to know that I don't care about the scars. So, I stick a razor in my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. Now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling.
The circling camera angle and the background music create anxiety in this scene. People in the back of the image are out of focus to put the watcher's attention on Joker and Rachel. During his dialogue, the Joker gets extremely emotionally invested into a story that isn't even true. This can be seen in his exasperated facial expressions and heard in his dramatic voice. The Joker's pathological lying and his violent tendencies are both symptoms that prove he is a psychopath.
To analyze this film as a whole, we use the soapstone method. The speaker of this film is the director, Christopher Nolan. The occasion for the making of this movie is the increase in violent crime. The audience of this movie is the general public. The tone of this movie is serious and determined. This tone is evident in the actions and the emotions of Batman. However, we both disagree on Nolan's purpose of the film.
I determined my idea of the purpose through the main protagonist and antagonist. One is a vigilante who is willing to break the laws to bring change to a dilapidated system. One is a villain who will do whatever it takes to take any hope of change from the people. You can draw a parallel to totalitarian and dictator forms of government, such as North Korea, where one person has total control over its people. On a smaller scale, this could relate to laws that negatively affect the people, but can't be changed due to corruption in their democratic systems. So, I think Nolan's purpose was to bring attention to overbearing governments and the corruption within them.
I felt that the director's purpose was to highlight the inefficiencies of the criminal justice system. Batman represents the law, and the Joker represents criminals. The law gives no incentives for the criminals to stop their crimes. However, the criminals do not give the law any other options to deal with their crimes. Because they do not help one another, Batman refuses to kill the Joker, and the Joker escapes, and the criminal cycle repeats.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's